You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. Building Great Teams, Part 1. You know, I'm totally convinced that no matter what size your organisation or church, progress and growth won't come unless you've got great people and great teams around you. So the question here is, what sort of people do you want to build with, to create a future with? Whether it's staff we're talking about or volunteers, the principles are the same. People that will draw close to you, walk with you, talk with you, strategize with you, laugh and cry with you even. So it's crucial to get the right people. So what exactly do we look for in inviting people to that sort of role? Well, a good starting point is what the experts have come up with over the years. There are three main things: character, competence and chemistry, the three C's. But before we look at these in detail, I must say that it's very important to get the right person, not necessarily the perfect person for a role or a key role in your organisation or church. It's very hard to demote but easy to promote. So amongst the pool of people that you might be considering for an important role, there are people that are very available, and that may well be a caution, as they may not have been able to hold down a job or a role for very long in their past. And sometimes the best people to get into your team are people who are hard to get. In other words, they're already quite busy and in important roles or work or positions. And so the first C of those three that we mentioned is character. It's incredibly important to get a person of very good character. And if you have walked with them for some time, then that may not be in question. But if it's someone that you don't know so well and they do not have a good character, that may not be obvious right at the start. Find out things like how they may treat family members or spouses or children, how they may relate to or not with other people. What sort of reputation have they got out there? Are they users of other people or even abusers? Are they ambitious only for their own advancement and don't seem to want to really invest in other people, even though they may indicate that they do? Who is this person behind the scenes when nobody's looking at them? Ask them how they negotiated difficult things in their lives, the dark areas, the dark night of the soul. Helen Keller said, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspirited, and success achieved." So what has that person been through? Look for answers that display humility and honesty and growth, and save yourself a lot of heartache later. The next C of these three things is competence. You've got to get people who can actually do the jobs that need doing, or have the potential through training or internships or some other form to get there. During an interview process, one of the great ideas is to get the person to prove their competence in the interview by giving them some real work to do, a real assignment. So if you're hiring a preacher or wanting a preacher, get them to preach to you for 5 minutes to see if they keep to time for a start. Or if you're looking for some other role like a pastoral care worker, then present some real life situations to them and ask them what they would do. Over the last few elections, I've been doing some work for the Electoral Commission. When they interviewed me for training roles within the Commission, I had to actually do a trainer's presentation on things like issuing votes, etc. They needed to know if I could actually do it. Finally, there's the third C, which is chemistry, the ability to work well on a team. And if you're the senior leader, the ability to work well with you. So the team is so important. That's why some sports teams outperform others, because their chemistry is right. The culture within their team is healthy. It's one of those things that's hard to measure, but when you don't have it, it will become very obvious in quick time. Reference checks can help you a lot in this part of the interview process. If the last employer or leader is genuinely sorry that that person is leaving them or no longer in their organisation, that's a great clue for you. In conclusion, I would say that some of the most important decisions that you would make in this area are not the what decisions, but the who decisions. God bless you.